So in Arizona, 1 in 4 kids live in a food hardship. What that means is they don't eat 3 meals a day. One in 5 adults have the same need. So we knew as a community that we have neighbors who are hungry. The main goal of opening the Harvest Compassion Center was to have a daily impact and outreach in our local community. We had done a lot of projects outside of our local community, and we really felt a need and led to serve those who are just our neighbors.
When we first started the HCC, we were meeting in probably a 400 square foot room at the church that we belonged to. I remember the first day we were open, we had one guest. His name was Peter. We called him Peter in the park because he was homeless.
So my family is my brother and then my mom and dad. So the 4 of us grew up in the Chicagoland area. Mitch was like having about 2 or 3 brothers, so he was definitely the more outgoing brother, my only brother. He had a wild side to him. He had a heart of gold. He was someone that would love on a stranger.
He's the type of kid that would come home literally with 20 loaves of bread, peanut butter and jelly, and say, "Mom, start making the sandwiches. I'm going downtown with some of my friends and we're feeding the homeless." That's the kind of personality he was. He wasn't afraid of anything. He wasn't scared. He would just, hey, I'm doing this. And he would go in really dangerous areas.
When Paul told me that Mitch was missing and then that they had recovered his body, that was heartbreaking. I was secretly hoping they would find him and he'd be in a coma, and unfortunately that wasn't God's plan. So we had to lean on each other and move forward.
This is such a hard day. I am in the position of not just being their pastor and Mitch's pastor, but also Mitch was my friend.
I just remember at Mitch's funeral, so many people came up to us that we didn't even know, and they told us how Mitch impacted their life in one way or the other. And that's why it was very clear to us that the Lord wanted us to start something that would carry on Mitch's legacy. So I think just the Lord revealed to us, we were praying, what do you want us to do? And we thought that there was a real need for some type of food and clothes pantry right here in our backyard. So we decided to start the Harvest Compassion Center.
On average, Harvest Compassion Centers are now serving over 1,000 families every 30 days, which equals to over 40,000 individuals being fed and loved every year.
My favorite things about the Harvest Compassion Center, the volunteers. At first time that you go there, you're like, I'm not trying to do this today, or I'm just going because a friend asked me to. And then you're like, well, I don't know any of these people, and kind of standoffish. But after you get that first 1 or 2 people and you hear their story, they're not much different than us. They're no different than we are.
Currently, there are several Harvest Compassion Centers located throughout the valley. We have one located in North Phoenix, a sister location in the East Valley, a center in the Maryville community, and our newest location in West Phoenix.
As we continue to grow and serve our communities in Arizona, our goal is to launch a new Harvest Compassion Center once every 3 years.
This has totally changed my life to come here and not only change the people's life that are here, because we're like one big family here. This is a big, big part of my life.
I think one of the biggest things is that I am just so blessed to work at a place that allows me to be the hands and feet of Jesus. Like, not every community service place does this, and to know that I can come here and just serve in that way, it's such a blessing to me.
I had heard about them, and they gave me food and clothing necessities that I needed when I was really struggling to survive. I was broke, and I was able to get clothes on my back and get my belly fed so I could get out and find work. No matter how hard my day was, I come in and you walk out with a smile on your face going, wow, somebody does truly care.
Well, my hope and my prayer would be that the Compassion Center, just being considered a staple in the community, like people know the Harvest Compassion Center, we're starting to see that more and more, that people can clearly see that lives are being touched, lives are being changed, and that's what it's all about.